Hi everyone, my name's Jethro and I'm an artist and I love to paint the natural world. So all the animals in it and all the plants, and that's my job. And today I'm going to teach you how to draw a bird and then paint it. Here are some birds that I painted. 14 birds which have got themselves into a quite impressive tower, and I painted these ones because I really like the colours on these particular ones. Birds are great because they often are quite colourful, or they have nice decoration in the feathers, and they're good shapes. They're good shapes to paint. Here's a detail. Kingfisher, I think, is one of my favourite birds. Sometimes I like to paint really tiny paintings. This one's about 9 centimetres in height with a tiny little squirrel brush. Goes to one hair at the end. But today we're going to draw a robin. So I've got just a piece of A4 paper, cartridge paper, a bit thicker than normal sort of printing paper, and just a pencil, HB pencil, and a rubber. I've sharpened mine using a knife, but you can just use a sharpener. I'm just going to mark the centre of the page with a tiny little dot, just to kind of get my bearings. Right, now to find an image of a robin. So I found a robin. I just didn't Google a cozy. Good, you should use it. They plant trees. They're good. But anyway, so I've written garden bird, and a robin's come up. So the first thing I'm going to do is just really look at that and just try and get the image into my head. And I'm going to look at the body and think, what angle it is the bird at? And I use my pencil to sort of measure the angle like that. And it's kind of like, this particular, it's like 45 degrees. And I'm going to move my pencil over to the page. And there's that dot in the middle. And I'm going to kind of try and get the same angle onto the paper with that pencil. Now I'm going to try and draw a nice oval shape for the robin's body. It's a kind of egg pointed on its side. Okay, so it's going to be like that sort of shape. And then the same again for the head. And another kind of oval for this bit. Try and do these lines softly. I'm doing them a bit thickly so you can see on the camera, but try and press as lightly as you can with your pencil. Next, I'm going to look at this wing shape. Put that in. Okay. Like that. Now for the tail. So again, I'm just going to quickly have a look at the angle and think, where do I want my tail to go? I think it wants to go about there. So take your time with this. Just do one straight line. Always keep looking back at the original image. And you can always just pause the video if you need to. And then do 2 lines next to each other like that. And then we can kind of just sort of close it off like that. Okay, next, the beak. We're going to think about whereabouts in the head it comes out, and then we're going to do a little triangle, 2 little lines like that. And then very softly, just do a faint line down the middle like that. And then that helps us lead into the eye, which is in the middle of the head, and we're going to do a very light, it's like a circle but slightly squashed circle, about that size. Look at the shape and copy the shape. So we have our rough circle, but it's a bit straighter up here, and then okay, next we're going to put in the legs. The leg goes about that angle, so I'm going to put it about there. Let's put a little dot where we want the leg to start. And then I'm going to do one line and then another line next to it. And then the next leg goes sort of like that. So I'm going to put 2 lines over here as well. Look at this shape here. Can you see the shape in between the legs? Not always just the legs, but that shape as well. And then you can try and copy that shape down here. it's called negative space, but it's quite advanced. But okay, so 2 lines down here, and then let's add little legs. So he's got little talons down there. We can just add another 2 lines going off like that, and then the little claw bit is like a C shape and another C, or yeah, kind of pointy bit, and then we've got 2 lines this way. There's another foot going over there actually, and then line, line, curl, curl, and line. We can leave that bit because there's going to be a twig. Okay, what else do we need to do? We need to do his breast, the front bit here, which makes a lovely S shape. Can you see this nice S? So that's what we've got to put in next. They're less like C shapes, sorry, more like speech marks, aren't they, that join up. Anyway, right, so the breast, we can always do a practice over here first. So it's going to be that kind of, that's a bit exaggerated, but coming down in this nice angle. So, okay, to concentrate here. So, I might rub that out. I don't like that. It looks more like a chicken. I'm just going to rub, always use your rubber, so I'm just going to give that another go. Okay, that'll do. Now, what we want to do is you want to join this bit up, which I sort of have done already, but we need to make that a bit stronger because this is one straight line going like that. And we're going to just try and correct the shape of the head. Nice. Let's finish the beak off a bit with it. 2 little lines like that. Let's shade the eye in. I'm going to do it with, let's leave a little gap because there's a little bit of light hits the eye. Just with nice circles, just try and colour it in. Okay, let's mark off where the red breast is, or I would say orangey red, but anyway. Right, so what shape is this making? Comes down here, joins up towards the wing. This is quite a useful line. Let's come down here, make that kind of shape there, and then it goes above the eye, a little bit here. There's a little kind of toughy bit like that. Right, we don't need all these lines now, so I'm going to rub these out up here. Just that bit we just did, we don't need that bit. And the wing should have actually come up a bit higher, so I'm just going to, it's always good to correct as you go along, always trying to improve. So the wing actually goes all the way up to here, doesn't it? So I am just going to put that in now. Okay, starting to look a bit like a robin. We can fix little bits like this. So there's another wing behind that wing, and there's also this little bit connecting the body to the tail. So let's put that in it makes a kind of shape like that. Put that bit in. And we can make this wing a bit longer. I think that's the wing behind this wing. So let's put 2 lines in here. And then this is a good feather. We can shade this in this area. Okay, so now we want to make the tail a bit better. Can you see how there's a line going down there and it curves off? So I'm going to put another line in here. Just curve off. And maybe make it a bit stronger. Okay, now for the feathers on the wing. Actually, I've just noticed, let's rub this line out. Don't need this line here. Just neaten it up a little bit. Okay. Okay, can you see there's these nice little highlights? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And they go about that angle. I am going to put that about there. Do a little line like this, really softly. And now it was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm going to do, they're going to be like these sort of shapes, but smaller than that, and done a bit more delicately. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then there's a bit here as well, going at that kind of angle. Don't worry too much if it's this is quite difficult, but there's how many? About 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, but we don't have to get it exactly right. I will, but we'll see how you'll get on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I've got some robin call playing. I'm going to put one little wing down there, one little feather, sorry. They've got a lovely call. They're one of the first birds to wake up, and they sing earliest, and they sing late at night as well because they've got really good sight, so they can catch worms and look for seeds when it's still dark. So we're going to try and do lines going all the way down the wing now. So we have to try and keep our hand quite steady and follow this bit of the wing. Right, so follow that line to the edge like that. Robins and blackbirds have got some of the best songs. Oh, actually, look, I've just noticed there's a curl there. We need to rub that out. So even I use the eraser a lot. Can always just go back over things. Right, so these lines are just, I'm going from the inside bit of that curve and all the way down to the edge of the wing. Sorry if I'm wobbling around because I'm holding my phone camera with one hand and drawing with the other. Oh, planes are back in London. Now, okay, so we're going to faintly see how this is the wing feathers, and they join the kind of top of the robin. So I'm just going to put a little very soft line in there, and we're going to do a few lines going here, but not all the way. So I'm going to start down here, just go like 1. I'm doing a little curl and then line, like that. And we can finish these wing feathers off by doing a little curved shape, curve shape, curve shape, curve shape to kind of be the edge of the wing. In fact, we can get rid of that initial straight line that we drew in. Just re-put those lines in and then finish the feather off like that. This is quite difficult, so don't worry if it looks a bit messy at this stage, but just can suggest wing feathers. Right, I think we're almost ready to start colouring him in. Let's make the beak a bit darker. So it's always dark on the underside, so we can make a bit darker line there. And he's got a little nostril up here. Put the nostril in. And I'm pressing very softly, so just kind of have a little practice over here. So you can go from dark to really black, and then you press a bit softer, you can go grey, and then lighter grey, and try and go as light grey as you can to do the top bit of the beak. So press as lightly. I've got a HB pencil, which is just nice sort of average pencil. Okay, hello Robin. We can put this little line in here. Okay. Now. Okay, great. There he is.